happy to see you here. I'm Shelby. I'm a 71% successful grant writer. I've been winning and writing grants for over 10 years, and I'm so happy to see you here with me. In this live stream, I'm going to teach you about grants, how to search and apply to them. I'm not new to this, friend. I'm true to this. And also, I'm going to share with you some other grants that you can apply to. Now, I have not. Hold on. Sorry. Hey, I had to come back. My family's calling. If you guys don't know, I traveled back here to the United States. I'm here seeing my family, having one-on-one consultations with you guys, and also I'm doing a free grant webinar. I'm so excited about it because I'm going to teach you much more like strategic tips on how to win grants. I talk a lot about grants here on YouTube, and I talk to you about how to search for them, what they are, how to apply to grants, and so much more, right? But I don't go into like exactly what my strategies are, right? How I was able to get a 71% successful grant writing rate. So if you're interested in joining my free webinar, okay, and it's actually tomorrow, then I can drop everything in the chat. You could just text me and I'll send you the webinar link or whatever the case may be, right? So I'm so happy to see you guys being here in the United States. For those of you who don't know, I live in Africa. Okay. I am a girl that travels abroad. I lived abroad for the last 4 years. And I've been able to experience what it's like to make money and start businesses in different countries. And grants was able to help me do that. The reason why I'm so passionate about grant writing is simply because I had a serious business debt going on during COVID. And grants actually helped me pay off that debt and also allow me to scale and help as many clients as I want to, or as I need to, actually. So, with grants, right, it is so much possibilities that can happen for you. So many of you guys are like, I need money to start a business. I need money for marketing. I need money because I need to hire. On my way here, I had an amazing consultation with a woman. She owns her own, like, for like, what is it, like home health, but not really. She actually helps specifically Alzheimer's and dementia patients, so memory care. And she's like, I need grant money because not only do I want to put it into marketing, because right now I'm doing door to door marketing, old school way, but also I want to be able to hire like a better care team, right? I want to be able to increase the pay for who I already have on my care team. And then I also want to hire more people too. She wants to expand. Super cool, right? And it takes a lot of patience and a lot of care to be able to help those who are having memory loss, right? Suffering from memory loss, Alzheimer's, and dementia. I used to be a CNA, so I know about this stuff. And then I was a nurse. So I definitely know what it takes, the strength it takes to be able to take care of those people. So we had a conversation and she was so lovely. I gave her some strategies on our consultation and I told her that there's a lot of medical grants out here. So I'm going to tell you something. Grants is free money. You must understand that. Free money that you can get. There's no credit checks and no personal information needed. So it's not like you have to go through such a hassle with trying to run your credit and have all these credit inquiries and trying to get funding. No, you don't have to do that. You understand? Grants don't do that. And that's the lovely thing about it, right? You don't have to run your credit or anything like that. So believe it or not, 84% of out of 33 million small business owners and startups don't go for grant funding. This past couple of weeks, especially these past couple of days, honestly, I've been looking at these different grant programs, and we're going to go over some today. And the grant programs I've been looking at, they're very strategic on they're very direct, sorry, and strategic on how they build their communities and very direct on who they're looking for. I noticed that when I joined these funding communities, right, which is the people who are giving out the grants, I noticed that you might have a much more of a, more of like a guarantee of winning. Yeah, I think I'm cracking the code. Cracking the code to winning grants is really like abundance of free money. I've been trying to crack this code for 10 years, okay? Now, while I know that there's no keywords, there's no trigger words, no fluff words, no high key vocabulary words, whatever you want to call them. There's no keywords that you can put inside of your answer to make you sound smarter, well educated and very direct. No, they want to hear it directly from you, right? They want to hear your story. Grants are very mission driven. As a business or a nonprofit, whatever your business or nonprofit mission is, it needs to align with your business and your grant, right? So I tell people this all the time, and I'm actually going to dive deeper in this in tomorrow's webinar because I'm having a free webinar that's teaching you like my steps. You understand? So I tell y'all like free stuff and all this good stuff here on YouTube, but in that webinar tomorrow, which is free, webinar is free. Um, I'm gonna get real. It's gonna get real serious. You're gonna have to bring your notebooks to this one. I recently won one of my clients $100,000. Right? This was in the last 30 days. Okay, I posted it. And how we was able to win is because we aligned the business mission with the grant mission. There's so many grant writers out here that are actually putting out the wrong information. I noticed that too. In my consultation with the lovely woman who I was speaking to, who has a memory care business, she was saying, I hired somebody, but then after paying her so many times, I noticed that I think this lady is a scam. So I asked her to walk me through how her grant service went with this person. So I'm going to let you know right now. And I know I'm kind of talking all over the place, so I'm going to get like directly on track, but just really quick. When you hire a grant writer like myself, a US certified grant writer, we have a code of ethics. All right. Just like you guys have rules at your job or rules, there's rules in general, there's a code of ethics. Number one, as a US certified grant writer, we cannot take any percentage out of your reward. Two, we cannot guarantee that you will win a grant. Three, you hire a grant writer to help you submit the grant applications, to help you save time. And what we do is we use our creative writing skills. Being a grant writer is not just putting in name, date of birth, email, and then just submitting the application. No, these grant applications are going to ask some very direct questions, and they want to understand what type of business are you building? Why is this product and service needed in the market right now? And why should you be chosen? Right? So the grant writer is going to have a consultation with you, get to know what your entire business mission is. Why are you doing this? Like, what's your story? I've spoken to women who, and just to go back to the beautiful lady that I spoke to the other day in my consultation, the reason why she started her memory care business is simply because she had to go through that with her mom. Yes, her mom suffered from memory loss, right? Before she passed. And so she was able to take care of her mom through every step of the way. And she noticed that she couldn't find anybody in her neighborhood where she lives in Houston, Texas. And there was nobody that she trusted with her mom. This is her mom. You know what I mean? So she said, don't even worry, like, screw it, I'll do it. Right. And she took care of her mom every step of the way. Then she started to think, if I'm feeling this way about like not if I'm having a hard time with finding a memory care unit or an assisted living facility or a resident care like home health aide to come and take care of my mom, right? Then there's a problem here in this area. And I see that if I'm pretty good at it, I think I'm good at it, right? I'm going to go ahead and offer my services and I'm going to create this into a business. So what she did was she created a business. She wrote things down and she did it in steps, right? When we want to start a business, we are so focused on like, oh, I want to have $1 million, right? Or, oh, I want to drive this car. Or, oh, I want to buy this and I want to buy that, right? Literally, it takes you to like take baby steps, break it down. So she broke it down and she was like, okay, I know that I want to hire people that are like this because this is what I gave my mom and this is what I was looking for with my mom. So she started writing down like her rules, right? Her standard of operations, SOPs. Then she was like, okay, I'm not going to take insurance. I'll be private only. That means whatever my pay scale is, it might be hourly, might be by the day, or monthly. Matter of fact, she's most likely probably doing all three, whichever is flexible for her client. I'm telling you this because so many startups actually fail at this part. I see a lot of startups actually get funding, and whether that's grant funding or loans, credit cards, whatever, I see so many of them get grant funding, right? I have to close this door because there's a bee, and I don't want this bee to come in here. Okay, sorry guys. Sorry. So I see so many people, right, get grant funding. And then the challenge is that they're not like doing right with the money. It's a thing of like, oh, I needed this money, but I forgot. I never even had a plan on how I was going to use it, or I'm not even sure. I'm not solid that the plan that I had to use this money is actually going to work because I didn't do the research and I didn't know how to at the time. Um, I don't want that to be you. I want you to have everything properly planned out, right? And that's something that you got to have when you are applying to grants. When you're applying to grants, you need to have a strategy, man. You got to have a strategy. And that means like at least having like a business plan, right? And a pitch deck and like a pitch video, like a 30-second pitch video. I'll show you guys what my business plans and stuff if you guys want to see what my business plans, pitch decks, and what a pitch video looks like. If you want to, you can drop it in the chat. Okay. I'll show you guys. Just let me know. Tomorrow, I'm having a free grant webinar. It's free, right? So if you want that information, I'll go ahead and put it in the chat for you. And I'm really excited because I wrote down some new. I was like, the whole entire time, right? I was just kind of like trying to crack this code. The entire year, I've been trying to crack it, and I think I got it. The way to truly increase your chances of winning. And in this webinar tomorrow, I'm going to be going over some really good stuff. I have some acronyms for y'all, so you're gonna have to bring your notebooks. Let me put in the chat. I'm gonna put in the chat all the information you need. Okay. But before I do that, let me say hey to everybody in the chat. I want to thank you guys so much for joining. Hi, good morning, beautiful, looking divine, and very different. Thank you so much. Box truck, Trissy. Hey, how are you? I need a grant for my box truck. Hey, Jay Easy. Okay, cool. And you don't need a grant for your box truck. You need a grant for your business that is going to own the box truck. So we got to change your perspective. Let's see. Good morning, Ardley 22. Break through the norm. Greetings. Good morning. Happy Monday. Hey, Puma Coating. Good morning, everyone. Good to see you. Yes, nice to see you too. Me too. I need a grant for my box truck. Good morning. Afternoon, beautiful. Hi, She Roseby. And I say hi. Hey, everybody. Let's say, hey, good morning. Katrina says, I have my business plan and working on my pitch. This is really cool. All right, so a few things that I'm definitely going to go over tomorrow in my free webinar. What I'm going to go, I feel like I'm like not talking to y'all directly. So tomorrow in the free grant webinar, I'm going to be going over like what the future of grants really is going to look like. Text hashtag. I'm putting it in the chat for you. And you can drop your questions in the chat if you have any questions. Yeah, but I'm going over a lot of stuff tomorrow. Text hashtag. What should it be? I don't know, webinar. Let's say join. 855-731-1487. I will put the link to the webinar tomorrow too. I mean not tomorrow, but today in the description. Sorry guys. I'm like, I'm here, but I also had to get a lot of rest because where I'm from, right? It's already like 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, so yeah, there's a link to register. I can put the link here too, but I have to put it inside the in the description so that way you can have access to it. So let me do that now. All right, so you're asking questions. Big Mike Main TV. Hey, what's up, friend? How are you? How long does it take to receive a grant once you apply? Each grant has their own different timelines. So you can apply to a grant that will give you $100,000 and they won't give you the grant. They won't choose the winners. Let's say they won't choose the winners until January, right? So you apply for it right now, October. Then you give them November and December to choose the winners, right? So let's say the deadline date might be November 30th. And then when December comes, then it's like, oh, okay, we're going to actually choose a winner and we'll announce the winner on January 5th, right? And then you get the check by January 10th. And it's a direct deposit. It's super worth it. You're not, you know why a lot of small business owners and startups, 84% out of 33 million startups and small business owners don't go for grants? The reason why is because they feel like they're wasting their time because grants are not 100% guaranteed, but you're not wasting your time and it's worth it. I've applied to a grant, let's say the $10,000 LegalZoom grant, and that's the NBA, so the National Basketball Association, right? NBA and ASEAN Opportunity Fund. If you guys don't know who AO Fund is, AO Fund gives out loans and all kinds of different stuff, right? And grants. So they give out this $10,000 grant in November. I've applied to this grant. And because I've applied to it for my clients and so many different people, right? Because I applied to that grant for over 700 people. I was doing like a $30 one apply, like I was doing like some like a deal back then, right? So by me applying to this grant, they're only choosing 100 small business owners and startups for the $10,000 grant. And you'll get the money in January. This is every year they do this. You're not wasting your time applying to these grants simply because if for one of my clients, right? If I would have never applied to this grant for her and her son, they would have never received a what on the back end a LegalZoom credit, which is $500 in LegalZoom credit, which allowed her and her 21-year-old son to get a free LLC. So they didn't have to pay for their LLC. That particular grant is specifically for startups. The reason why they do it in November is because they want you to kickstart the next year with a free $10,000. But you gotta be strategic. You gotta know exactly what you're going to do. So many people want to just chase the bag and chase money. And I understand because economic times and it's a financial situation, but you're not really that bad off if you're trying to be an entrepreneur for real. You can do it. You just have to prioritize it. There's no excuses when you become an entrepreneur. None. The E doesn't stand for excuse. The E in entrepreneurship stands for execution. So break down exactly how you are going to use the money because they ask you these questions. Most grant applications, they ask you direct questions. And I believe also the second reason why a lot of startups and other nonprofits and, small business owners don't go for grants is because they're afraid of these questions. These questions are so direct that it makes them feel intimidated because as a startup, you haven't thought about these things before, but it's okay. Building your business is an entire learning situation. The more money you make, the more they say more money, more problems, but really it's not problems. More money, more responsibility, more accountability, more learning, more networking. You understand? That's what it comes with. You can't be afraid to build your company and you can't be afraid to take yourself there. I just recently had a conversation with someone. She's doing her own bakery thing. And I said, how much do you want to make a month? She said, I mean, I'll be okay if I make just $10,000. I said, well, with your idea, did you know that you can make $1 million a month or more? This is a $1 billion industry that you are into. It's people out here making hundreds of millions a month off of this. She was like, well, I'm not trying to go that far. That's why there's levels to this, right? You have a small business owner and then you have enterprise level. Now I'm enterprise level. I claim it in the name of Jesus. I am enterprise level. By the way I think is on a whole different scale. However, I understand that some people they just are looking to make an extra stream of income. If that's you and you're just looking to make an extra stream of income, why not apply to grants? Grants is literally that extra stream of income that there's no penalties, no fees, no credit checks, no inquiries on your credit. None of that stuff is literally free money. So if you have a house and you are allowing people to come and stay in your house, like kind of like a rooming house situation, why not apply to a grant from your city to be able to remodel your house? You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, like it can be done. It can be done. Let me put in the description so you guys can actually get the link. So on a webinar, here is the link. So I'm giving you guys this webinar. I'm going to put the link in the description, but I also want you guys to get my free grant writing checklist. You can visit grantfully.org. I'm going to put that link in the chat. Grantfully.org is where you can go. Grantfully, so GRANTFULLY.org. Okay. I want you to go there and get my free grant writing checklist. Most people don't win grants as well because they're not properly prepared. You can be prepared. All right. You can be on point. Um, if you stay ready, you don't got to get ready, friend. You know what I mean? That's how that situation is. So you can go ahead and download my free grant checklist. So that way you'll have a spreadsheet that shows you all the things you need to have before you go for grants. I get this frequently asked question all the time. Shelby, what do I need to have before I go for grant funding? I want to go for grants. I heard about grants. I heard it's free money. I don't want to put myself in debt. I already got a loan. I'm trying to pay the loan back. Hopefully the grant can give me, some money to pay the loan back. Cool. Well, visit grantfully.org, download my free grant writing checklist so that way you can have your spreadsheet or a list of all the things you need to have right before you go for grants. It's very important that you have that, have all of those things first before you go for grants. It's truly having those things on my grant writing checklist is going to help you increase your chances of approvals. How? Because it shows that you're prepared. Grants are very public, like impact driven. So they want to know, what is your business? These are the questions they're going to, every grant application, they're going to ask these questions because I get this question a lot too. What is on the application? How do I submit? What is your product and service? So what does your business do? What do you do? Um, how is your business impactful? You know what I mean? So how is it serving the community? Or how are you serving your clients? What's the problem that your clients have? How is your business solving it? They might ask, what is your traction? So, in other words, what have you done since you started this business to get people to know about what's going on? What have you done? What are the things that you did? And then they'll ask you for like, sometimes, a lot of times, but sometimes they'll ask you like to upload a pitch deck, upload like a 2-minute pitch video, like talking about what your product and service is, all of those good stuff, right? So, yeah, there you go. Like that's what they're looking for. And that grant writing checklist that I have, that's for free. You can just visit grantfully.org and get it. Um, it'll give you everything you need. Okay, cool. All right, so let me put this link here. I'm putting this link in here, but I also want you guys to get that grant writing checklist seriously, because if you get it, then you'll also be in like you know, my email thing, and I can send you some emails and stuff about some good stuff. Hold on 1 second. Um, I have some text messages. You guys are texting me, so I love this. I have to go and get it. It's me over here. One thing about it, um, oh, can I tell y'all something? What happened? Look, can I tell you what happened? So someone texted my number, and so I called them because I was like, okay, let me just talk to this person and see, like, and I don't give free consultations, but I was like, you know what, let me just 5 minutes, like, just kind of break things down because they were texting and asking me questions. I don't mind you texting and asking questions. That's okay. And so, and I'm like, yeah, like, can I help you? No answer, right? This person didn't answer. Then I'm like, okay. So this person is texting me. She was like, or whoever, he or she was like, please text me. I said, okay, cool. And okay, there's the link. The link is in the description. And so the person was like, oh, ChatGPT said that you are a scam and scammers will get dealt with. I ran that phone number through a system. I know who that person is. And I was like, so why did you, but then this is the effect that of being like, I remember one time we talked about like what it's like to be a black woman to own this type of company. It was like one of those racist type of things. You know, you see like a smart black woman talking about grants and winning grants and living around the world and stuff. And so that person, it was just like trying to like, I don't know, just kind of play around with me. It's so crazy. I wanted to tell you guys that because I was like, this is a real thing. And even since me being back here, I've been able to see a lot of it. And I'm just like, wow, like the US really has, I have to really help my people. Like, I have to really help my people get this free money so they can like do what they need to do and travel the world and build different companies in different countries and stuff, right? So yeah, I'm like, this is crazy. All right, Taylor, here is the link. You guys are texting me. There you go. Um, okay, here's the link. You know what's so funny, you guys? I wasn't even prepared for this live. I was like, I'm just about to be on live and just chill with my people for a little minute. Like, because I haven't been on here in like a week because literally I've been running around doing so much, doing pitch. Oh, I've been doing pitches. Okay, so in my webinar tomorrow, I'm actually the free webinar tomorrow. The free webinar tomorrow, the webinar is free tomorrow. Okay. So in the free webinar tomorrow, I'm going to talk more about like how grants, right? Because we have ChatGPT and people are using ChatGPT and they're understanding how to make it more humanized and all that stuff now. So because people are actually using ChatGPT, it's really hard for the grantors, like the people that's giving out the money, to know if it's like coming directly from you and your storyline. So what's happening is they're going to want you to pitch. So they're going to send you like a Zoom call, like link in your email. You're going to join the Zoom call, and then you're going to have like either like an elevator pitch, so it's like 1 minute, or you get 5 minutes, right? So I did one. Tell you how it went. Let me tell you how it went. So pitching, for those of you who don't know what a pitch is, PITCH, P as in Paul, P as in Paul. Okay. PITCH. Pitching for small business funding. What that looks like is Shark Tank. Think about Shark Tank. But because everything's on a virtual call now, you're not going to physically be in front of like the sharks, right? You would actually be on a Zoom call. And the cool thing is you just see their face directly, like face right there on the screen. And so the goal when you are pitching is to make sure that your pitch is very direct, like so direct, so easy to comprehend. You want to make sure that the people that you are pitching to, they understand exactly what your business does. So that's number one. Because if they don't understand what your business does, you're not getting this free money. And you don't have to be long-winded, because remember, in most cases, when you're talking to these people about getting this free money, you have about 5 minutes. And you want to leave at least a minute or two, for them to be able to ask questions. And that's another thing. Number two, you want them to ask questions. You want them to be engaged. And also, um, you want them to be, what's another thing from my experience, I would say? You want to make sure they clearly understand what you do. You want them to be engaged, right? When you're pitching for this free money. And then I would say a third thing, how you know like you're doing pretty well, is that like they kind of like gives them like a story. You know what I mean? Like give them an example. And when you give the example, make sure like the example at the end is like this aha moment, like, oh, okay. Like, I'm explaining it and breaking it down in my free webinar tomorrow. So that way you can have a clear understanding. But I just wanted to give you like 3 things that from my experience. So if you guys don't know, I'm building, right? And doing so much in tech, right? And so I did a pitch, and I was explaining to them what it does. We had like a 1 minute elevator pitch. An elevator pitch is pretty much you get 1 minute and that's it. You have to in that 1 minute, you have to make sure that the people that you're pitching to understands exactly what your business does. So That's it. So to tell you guys, I know I've said, and I'm sorry that I've said this, right? I know I've said that I am and I know some of y'all already know because we talk all the time, that and I am an ambassador for Grantfully, but I'm also the founder. Grantfully is literally that platform that it is going to be that smart grant search engine that allows you to find all the grants that serves in your favor. You're going to have your own tracking dashboard where you can track everything. And then also, you're going to be able to hire a grant writer for just $30 per grant application. The most affordable one and done system. You will literally go into grantfully.org. You will put in the filters, put in, let's say, our friend here in the chat, she needs money for a box truck. And then she'll just put in the filters, okay, box truck or trucking business based out of Texas or whatever the case may be. And it will generate all these grants for her. She'll click on the grant that she likes, and then she could just pay $30 to have somebody submit the grant application for her. We have an entire dashboard where you can chat directly with your grant writer just in case you have any additional questions, and you get free consultations. Grantfully is literally, I've created this, right? Because I noticed that with Hello Skip, which I love Hello Skip, right? I love Hello Skip. I've been like their affiliate for years. But with Hello Skip and with grantfully.com, right? Not Grantfully, grantwatch.com, right? What I noticed with those two platforms is that they were missing something. Grantfully is going to be that merger. Okay. Grantfully is that merger. I also study, I've been writing grants for 10 years, right? And so I've been able to study and understand my market very well. And I've noticed that even those sites like Hello Alice and other funding sites, and that help give out grants and stuff, I fund women and things like that, they have a community. One of the things that the investors ask me when I'm going for millions of dollars in investing right now, okay? One of the things that the investors asked me was, how are you going to keep your churn rate down? Churn rate means how are you going to keep the people in your ecosystem? How are you going to keep these people coming back for more? Out of the 10 years I've been doing this, that is something that I can honestly say that I struggle with, even with superior solutions. You guys, I love you so much, and I know that you love me too. But I also understand that you have so much going on in your life that you might forget all about me. I'm not a top priority. Your bills is your top priority. Your children is your top priority. You having to cook meals and go to work, those are things that are your priorities. I'm just like, in the background. I'm just like that extra incentive. But I also want to be that extra support that and care that you need, especially when you're building your business. So, how do you keep people, right? Customer retention, right? How do you keep people in your ecosystem? One of the things that I noticed that Hello Alice does, I Fund Women, what's the other one? Poker Power, the one I like so much, and so many other, funding companies, right? And VC funds, they have a funding community. So, Grantfully is having a funding community. Yes, absolutely. Well, absolutely. We're going to be doing weekly webinars, and tomorrow is literally going to be that first weekly webinar for everybody who's a part of the Grantfully team, who's a part of the Grantfully, let's say Grantfully gang, who's a part of the funding community. And I'm really excited about this because this is going to be, I've done like grant communities and stuff before, but I believe the platforms that I use, I just wasn't well versed in them. And also, I wasn't getting much engagement. Whereas now, there's a timing for everything, right? Now I'm really excited about this. And it took me a while to really, and I'm still building, building, building. Grantfully will officially be out and ready for the market on December 10th. And right now, to give you guys what my traction is, I have over, let me see, I have over 100 signups. So we have 100 signups. Okay, I'm so excited and happy to say that. So we have over 100. Hopefully you guys, if you visit grantfully.org and you get the free grant writing checklist, that's how you sign up and you become a part of our Grantfully gang, right? Um, and so that's the traction, right? I'm actually showing you guys in real time how I'm starting from scratch and how I'm building a business. Now, you might think it's like, okay, you're just transitioning, but a lot of small business owners cannot or have a challenge with doing a transition like this. That's why I said I'm enterprise level because now it's time for me to go big or go home, right? I've been doing this for 10 years. I've been writing grants for 10 years for so many people, and I've met so many different people, and I'm just like, it's time. So, platform's pretty much done. And everything that I'm doing now, those first 100 people that have signed up already and that are in my email list and they're in my ecosystem and stuff, they get first dibs. They get first dibs. You get, for me and my team, we'll be able to submit your first grant with Grantfully for just $15. So that's 50% off. Okay. Think of it like an e-commerce site for grants. You go in there, you click each grant, each grant, each grant, each grant, like however many grants you want to be applied to. And let's say if it's $30 each to submit a grant application, you pick three grants and you're going to pay $90 for like three grants, right? And then you're going to track everything in your dashboard. Really cool, right? So that's what I'm building, and it's done. It's done. I'm really excited about it. I wanted to be honest with you guys because me and my team, right? It's not me by myself, of course, but my CMO, right? My marketing officer, she was saying, you know what, Shelby, trust is a big thing with you and your clients. When you are getting their business information, one of the things, and you're applying to grants for them, they trust you. And it's important for them to trust you and to see that this site is legit and all that good stuff. So you have to use your face to market it. And she also made it very clear to me. We talked more about like my target audience, things like that. But also coming from a place of understanding that a lot of women were affected by the whole federal job layoff situation. And understanding that it's time for, them to actually rise up in entrepreneurship, I believe. And why not go for grants? And why not join a funding community that can teach you how to do these things, how to start a business, how to scale, and also give you that network that you need. So it's not just about applying to grants and winning grant funding. It's about also being a part of a funding community that's going to support you every step of the way and allow you to network your business. And also, you get potential clients out of this as well. So, this is really cool. And I'm really excited about it. All right, Adosia. Yes, I sent it to you. I'm hoping I'm saying your name right. Hey, Kenneth. Thanks so much for being here. I'm sending it to you now. Yeah. So, what are y'all saying in the chat? Limo Lonzo Moore says, "What time is the webinar tomorrow?" It's in your email. It's in your email. You have to get it. Hey, Ebony. How are you? Thanks so much for being here. Hey, Jay Brittany. How are you? Dennis, how are you? Okay, what are you guys saying? The Most High has you covered. Amen. BG's on YouTube. Hey, friend. Been a long time. I shouldn't have left you. What? Hey. They hate to see us succeed. It's jealousy. That's how you know you're doing great things. Thank you. Clearly you're not. You get on here every day by helping others. Thank you so much. Yep. You're well. Okay. Awesome. This is really great. So yeah, I'm super excited about the platform. Tomorrow in the webinar, I'm actually gonna like go through the platform and show you guys what it's like. Grantfully. So joining the Grantfully gang, right? Is oh, that's so cool. Maybe we should get some t-shirts and coffee mugs or something. But joining the Grantfully gang, we're going to be a full funding community, and weekly, like every week, I'm going to be telling you things that we're going to be going over different topics that I don't go over it and share on YouTube, right? And it's not just going to be me in these webinars. I have like other entrepreneurs, big time entrepreneurs, right? That will come and do like these 1 hour webinars and just introduce themselves and what they do in their business and what their experience is. And I've been able and so blessed to be able to meet entrepreneurs all around the world, from Latin America to Africa, different countries in Africa, right? And all around here in the United States, from LA to Houston to New York to Miami, where I'm from, right? And everybody is well versed in what they do. So I'm really excited about that. And I'm going to be bringing them, doing webinars and stuff. So that way I can learn something from them too, right? So we all together in this funding community. And I think it's really cool. Yep, tomorrow is my free webinar. So if you guys haven't text hashtag join yet to my number, I pinned it at the top of the chat or at the bottom here, depending on what kind of phone you have, or you can visit the description and you can go right directly there and sign yourself up. I see you guys are signing up. I'm really excited. So tomorrow at 12 p.m. Is when we are going to have our webinar, and I'm so excited. Today, I'm actually going to like rest and then also make sure I'm properly prepared for tomorrow. So yeah. Let me see here. Any questions? I wonder if you guys have any questions for me. Like, what questions do you have for me? We've just been vibing. Like, this is just we're just because I'm gonna be on live stream every day this week. If you didn't know, and I'm actually gonna be doing this like all day, every day. So if you hanging with me right now, we hanging on this live stream for at least, excuse me, at least another hour. Okay, now that I'm back home in the United States, like I plan on using a lot of my time to just kind of like be with you guys. The free webinar tomorrow is something that I want you guys to join, and I just want to get more people into our grant community, right? And grant funding community, so that way we can all share so much together. You can also visit LinkedIn. That's actually where I will be posting a lot. If you guys don't follow me on LinkedIn, maybe you should follow me on LinkedIn. Maybe you should. Maybe you should. Maybe you should follow me on LinkedIn. All right, Shelby Clark. I have to change it to Shelby Clark. I'll do it. I'm married now. I'm married now, friend. But, um, but so yeah, I think that join me. You can like follow me on LinkedIn. Or you can just go to Grantfully and follow us on LinkedIn too. That's where the community Grantfully has a LinkedIn funding community there. That's where I'm dropping newsletters. If you guys like Substack, so it's gonna be like kind of like that. Links, a lot of links, new grants, like most likely on a daily. That's kind of where I'm gonna be dropping some stuff. Um, different strategies, right? And people who are a part of my funding community, like I think I'm just gonna just start offering free consultations. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, so yeah, join it. Why not? We'll see. And it won't be just me, right? Because I have a whole team, like I said. So you'll be talking to me and my team and everybody, and I want you to get to know everybody. Let me see. Okay, you guys are texting join. All right, so let me see y'all the thing. Free webinar. Who doesn't like something that's free? And it's quality too. Anytime I'm doing like a free webinar, it's quality. It's quality. I don't believe in just giving you half of where's Sherry? Hey Sherry. Oh wow. Sherry text me. Are you here? Hey Sherry. Whoa. Sherry, I haven't seen you in a minute. I haven't seen you in a minute. Sherry, we actually sent you an email. We sent you an email, friend. So thanks so much for being a part of the community. All right. I got like 7 Sherry's in my in my inbox. So let's see. I mean, everybody shows interest on this thing. Things on key. Oh, thank you. Thanks. I'm here. Oh, okay. Awesome. Yay, I love this. Okay. Oh, it's going well. It's going very well as far as in wedding planning. It's going very well. I'm actually here with my family. And if you guys, I'm in Tampa. You guys know where Tampa is? Tampa, Florida. If you're here, I'm taking in-person consultations. So that's gonna be fun. And I'm actually gonna be doing my webinar from the WeWork in downtown Tampa. It's so nice. I really like it. Today I was just like, okay, we're gonna chill in the Airbnb today. But and I have some other like things. I think I want to go to like this networking event or whatever. Like it's free. But yeah, I don't know who's in Tampa. Is anybody here from Tampa or live in Tampa? Y'all want to just have like a little gathering, a little Q&A session, a little networking Q&A session. That would be fun. Is anybody from Tampa on this live stream? Wish I was there. You're still in Texas. Are you going to post videos of the in-person consultations? No. Sometimes I record. I ask permission, but a lot of the times when my in-person consultations, where it's so confidential, like because the strategies I give that person, I don't want to give like the same person, But yeah, but I mean, sometimes like if I'm recording it, you'll just see like me and the person, but you won't hear the full conversation. Um, Everybody's, how they're building their business is different. Yeah, marriage is hard. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. No, it's not easy, but it's a blessing. Yeah, how can I help? Let me see. I think I have like a consultation. Do I have one? Oh yeah, today at 4. I have a consultation today at 4. And then tomorrow at 12, we're gonna do the free webinar. And then on Wednesday, okay, yeah, Wednesday. Wednesday is the day that the networking thing is. Okay, cool. That's pretty cool because I'm down the street and around the corner. What do you mean? I don't know. Who in here is from Tampa or you live in Tampa? Hello, I'm trying to seek funding to lease a medical office space. Awesome. I have no clue where to start. Well, hey Mimi, thanks so much for joining. Um, I have some really, really, really great experience with actually, I say at least like 5 or 6 years in experience with getting funding for that reason, specifically for like medical care. So I think that's really cool. The first thing that you need to start with is I have a free grant writing checklist. So let me tell you if you don't know what grants are. Grants is not like traditional funding. Traditional funding would be like loans, lines of credit, credit cards. Grants is free money that you don't have to pay back. There's no credit checks and no personal information needed. So what that means is you don't have to worry about grants running your personal credit or running your business credit and you receiving any inquiries. It's free money that you can get and you truly deserve for your business. So, how do you get it, right? Well, if you stay ready, you'll never have to get ready, right, friend? So, with that being said, you need to know everything that I've created like this free checklist. You can visit grantfully.org. I'll put it in the chat for you. And if you have all of these things, it's the general business stuff. But if you have all of these things, then you are really ready for grant funding, right? So why not go for it? So how do you get a grant? I'm going to get to that. Let me put it in the chat, grantfully.org. All right, there you go. So how do you apply to a grant, right? So, applying to a grant is a simple application that you would submit online, and then you would usually give the person who's giving the money out or the organization that's giving out this free money at least 30 days to review your application. There's no 100% guarantee that you would win it because it is like a competition. Mimi, just like how you need money for your medical office space, there is probably hundreds other that's in your niche or in your business industry that need it for the same cause, right? And needed to put it towards payroll and insurance and all that good stuff. So how do we actually like submit the grant applications? How do we like help ourselves win, right? Well, tomorrow I'm having a free webinar, right? And I'm going to teach you all of my strategies. I have a 71% successful grant writing rate. So I did put my number here somewhere at the bottom of the chat. If you text hashtag join, and to my number, which is 855-731-1487. It's at the bottom here. If you text it, I can send you the link to my free webinar tomorrow. I'm going to go like dive deeper. It's a 1 hour webinar, and I'll dive deeper into like exactly the strategies that I use to win. But just to give you a little bit, having those things on the grant writing checklist that I gave you, which is visiting grantfully.org, when you have those things, you're already properly prepared. So that's really good. That's step one. Two, if you can answer questions like, what does your business do? Um, so you have like, what does your business do? Like, who's your target audience or your client type? um, what's the problem that your clients have? How does your business solve it? How is your business being impactful, right? What is your traction? So what have you done so far to create awareness about what you're doing? What have you started getting social media followers? Traction is not always, are you making money? Traction can be like, how many signups do you have, or whatever the case may be, right? So if you can answer those questions, then you are locked and loaded, like for grants, right? And no, you don't have to use ChatGPT. They honestly would rather hear it directly from you, no matter what. And you can use ChatGPT to help you, with spelling and grammar, but in most cases, I would highly advise you don't use ChatGPT when you're submitting your grant applications, because they can read it through like an AI detector, and they know when you're using like AI. So when you're answering those questions, then you would submit the application, give them 30 days, and then if you win the grant, then you get the money funded inside of your business bank account within like 7 days. Cool. Cool. Okay. I'm 45 minutes away. Parish. That'll be cool. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Parish. Okay, Parish is, yeah, that's like going towards Bradenton, I think, or Sarasota. Okay. All right. Yeah, cool. I mean, if you want to take the 45-minute drive, like I'm here. I'm here. Of course, I would love to have an in-person consultation. If you guys want to have like a one-on-one in-person consultation, as I told you that I'm also offering that too, that's $150. I'm gonna make a post about it. It used to be more than that, but economic times. So I'm like, okay, let me just bring it down a little bit. Um, so it's 150 for that one-on-one, but if you just want to like come and hang out, and it's cool. You can always come and hang out. We can work together. Yeah. Any questions you guys have? I'm so happy that you guys are joining me for this webinar. I'm like just getting all these really good responses. I would like more information about 10 minutes. Okay, can I call you? Okay, let's see if we can call this person. Okay, can I call you? Um, I think I'm gonna send this person a Zoom link. Okay, we're doing a quick little consultation really quick. Let's see.
Recording in progress.
Let's see. Let's see. Save the day. Thank you for the checklist. Of course, it's my pleasure. Okay. Invite. Invitation. Let's see if this person will join. Okay, perfect. So, we're gonna do like a live consultation really quick. This is fun. Waiting on the checklist. Did you go to grantfully.org and then put in your information? It should automatically go to your email. You want to make sure you put in the correct email. All right, so we are going to give that person time to come in. Oh, what time now? Okay, I like how simple you make things. It's truly superior power. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. All right, so I'm actually checking. So one thing I do, so first of all, how many contacts I have just with having this new Go High Level CMR system for the last 2 years, I have over 3,000 contacts. So I'm like, I had to go in here and check and organize this thing all the time to like who's like my new signups, like my new people. And I just get so excited when I see new signups. This traction that we're building. Oh, we got 100. We have 106 signups. We're growing our community. Isn't that cool? We are growing our community. Woohoo! The emails that I'm sending out to are very like very direct. I've been able to really study just based off of my 3,000 contacts when people actually open up their emails and what times, and so that I can send that email around that time. And the information I'm giving you is really going to be very motivational. It's going to be grant information, and it's also like giving you different strategies. Some of it is like business tea. You know what I mean? Um, One newsletter I'm sending out today, I'm actually creating today, is about the Black Ambition Prize. They had a situation that happened where like somebody in house sent out like all these emails saying that they like these people won or whatever, or like they were like the finalists or something like that. And that wasn't true. That wasn't true. It was an error. So yeah, imagine that. So, some grantee. You'll have that in there too. So you won't be finessed by anybody else, right? I'm just very, very fine. We're gonna look at specific county. Okay. Okay. Let's see. So what questions did you guys have for me? Let's just keep this conversation going. Yeah. I have to text this lady. She is so sweet. Thank you. Join our free runner. Hey there. Hey there. Hey, good morning. Hey, all is well. I'm really good at following up with people. I just like to, just reach out and make sure everything's good. Um, did you have any questions? My friends or sorry, guys. I would love to. Okay, this person's giving me a laptop. Oh, oh. Okay, so hashtag join. All right, let me go ahead and send you the link. Tomorrow's webinar is going to be super lit. So if you're joining the Grantfully community, and after our webinar, I'm just going to ask you like questions about like how you felt about the webinar. I'm just trying to understand like different ways that I can do better and bring a lot of information. I want you to be a part of a community that you see that it's worth it. Okay. Okay. So I just text you, Mila. I just text you. Good morning. How are you? Okay. Cool. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, our person is here. This is dope. Hello, welcome in.
Hello,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm blessed to be here. Super blessed to be here. Thanks so much for reaching out. A lot of people find me like through YouTube and stuff, and they're like, well, I want to know how to get some of this free money. So thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
So, tell me, how can I help you? I know you wanted to know about grants. Have you ever applied to a grant before?
No, I haven't. And I set up a business. I've had a couple of businesses before, but I've just been working so much as an insurance adjuster. I've never really got to do anything on my own, to start out.
Mm-hmm.
So now my best friend and I, and, a couple of us, we're like, okay, we're ready to, with the economy and stuff, we're ready to get going, but the funding
Mm-hmm.
is an issue. So I saw you on, I think it was YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And so I said, well, let me see, because I'm getting the information for all of us. It's about four of us that need funding.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm just looking for honest people, grant people that can really help us, because we paid a lot of money and we lost it.
I understand. So, one thing that I've definitely been talking about lately is like so many people got laid off during that whole federal job loss situation, especially women. Like we was affected, Black women,
Yeah.
like we was
Yeah.
affected the most. So I've been doing my due diligence and just reaching out to women like yourself, and so many other women who've been affected by that. I understand when you are so ready to transition, and you guys have been trying. You and your friends, you've been trying, and sometimes when we are starting and building on like our businesses, well, yeah, take money, right? Take money to make money, and when you have so many bills and so many like things that you have to pay, you have to prioritize I have to prioritize my income before I prioritize this business because I got to pay bills, right? I get it. But in entrepreneurship, that you definitely got to take sacrifices, but it doesn't have to be so hard, right? This is supposed to be fun. Yeah, it's supposed to be fun. So that's what grants do, right? Grants give you the funding that you need so you can scale. And I'm happy that you and your friends, y'all know about grants. Grants don't check your credit, none of that stuff. So you don't have to worry about any credit inquiries. Also, it's free money, right? Especially as a Black woman, we have a lot of grants that we can go for. And what I've noticed in this industry, I've been doing this for 10 years, right? So I've been writing grants for winning millions of dollars in grants for 10 years. And I've traveled around the world talking about grants to different people. So the thing about hiring a grant writer, right, and spending money on somebody that's going to write grants for you, it's a couple of things that you should have like an understanding when it comes down to hiring somebody like myself or anybody else for that matter. A grant writer, right? Number one, we can't guarantee that you would win a grant. We just can't do that, right? Another thing I've noticed with my clients, I've heard some horror stories. They would tell me, oh, I paid this person all this money, or I found this person on TikTok and I paid them $40, and they were saying they were going to give me, I have to give them 10% or 15% out of. No, it's against our code of ethics as certified grant writers, and we can't receive anything out of your reward. So if anybody told you that, oh,
Oh
I'll write a
yeah.
grant for you. And I'm pretty sure you've heard that, right? I'll write a grant for you, and you can't give them no percentage out of your reward. Okay. That is against our code of ethics. That's actually illegal. So no, you can't do that. You hire a grant writer like myself and others. You hire us to save you time and the hassle of finding the right grant for you.
Right.
And then also, we submit the applications and we use our creative writing skills. Now, I can't say this for all grant writers, but I can tell you for me, I have a 71% successful grant writing rate. So while I can't guarantee that you would win a grant, what that 71% means is that out of 1,000 clients that I would, let's say, help in a year, 71% of them get approved to at least one, let's say, $10,000 grant on average.
Right.
And $10,000 is good enough money to get
Yeah.
them started. No matter what kind of business you're starting.
Yeah.
I help so many different people from different ethnic groups, different religions, different backgrounds, right? And from different industries too, from beauty and barbershops and stuff like that. And then you got food trucks I be helping, restaurants, nonprofit organizations, schools and churches. So I've helped a lot of different, have applied to and won grants for a lot of different reasons. Um, when I apply to grants, right, when me and my team, because I have a team that we apply to grants for y'all, we don't use AI. We use our creative writing skills. We tell your story um, like it is the best way we can, be very, very creative on these applications. And we just need your time, right, to have a conversation about what you're building. And then we take it from there, right? First thing you need to have is like a business plan, a pitch deck, and a 3-minute pitch video. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to text you a link. I'm going to text you a link to grantfully.org. That's where you can get my free grant writing checklist. All right. So I want you to get that checklist. I want you to also, if you will, please, okay, do me and your friends a favor and send this link to all of y'all who are starting y'all businesses and that y'all trying to get yourself together in this world. Send that link to everybody so they can get the free grant writing checklist. It's like a spreadsheet and it's everything step by step of what you need. So once you have that, you'll have.
That's what I needed.
Yeah. Once you have that, once you have all of those things on this list, then you're ready for grants. I get that question all the time. I
can't see that. Let me see.
Are you?
I thought you screen shared. It didn't come to my phone yet.
No, I didn't text it yet. Sorry, I was just talking to you. Let me text it to you now, really quick.
Or you can put it in the chat.
Oh, I sure can put it in the chat now. Look at you, put it in the chat. Okay, I'll put it in the chat. And you could just click it from there. But I want to text it to you because I want you to send it to your friends. All right.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong. Oh, that's not. Let me delete it. That's not how you spell it. Grantfully.org. And I'm going to text it to you so that way you'll have it. Okay. So when you visit grantfully.org, you'll put in your email and it'll automatically send it to you right now to your email. All right. The first two things you need to have that's on this spreadsheet is a business plan and a pitch deck. You need to have a business plan. So whatever business you build in, I need for you to have a business plan. Okay. You got to have that. Do you want me to show you an example of what my business plans look like? I write business plans.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I write business plans and pitch decks.
I'm going there, but it ain't coming up. It's grantfully.org.
Yeah.
And I went there and it didn't come up. Let's see.
It should come up. It's just like purple and white. Or you can Google it and it should come up.
Grant checklist, okay.
Yeah, there you go. Find it. Cool. Okay, so awesome. Let me show you an example of what one of my business plans look like. So you can see, because some people, I understand you can write your own business plan, use ChatGPT, but this type of situation you need to be very direct. So let me show you like what one of my business plans look like in a pitch deck. Are you inside of the Zoom?
I am. I'm still here.
Okay, so I'm gonna screen share.
Okay, cool.
Let's see. All right. So this is a business plan that I did. Let me get myself together. A business plan is something that you truly need to have. Check out too. All right. Let's see. What is going on here? That way we can move this out the way.
So you submit it like that.
Yeah, so this is my business plan. I'm gonna show you.
That's so pretty.
Yeah, I know. So this is one of my recent clients. She has her own. She does like crocheting and making bread and all kind of stuff. And so she just starting. She's not trying to be no like super mega millionaire, but she's just trying to make ends meet. She got grandkids and she wanted to start this own business like with her and her family. So this is the business plan. You need to have this business plan is actually 74 pages. So if you hire me to write a business plan and a pitch deck for you, this is what you should expect. So
I'll get my business plan.
Yeah, I'll email it to you and everything. And it comes with 2 consultations. So it's $300. You get 2 consultations, right? So we have a Zoom meeting before I write your business plan. You would fill out like this, let's say this form. It's like a quick form you would fill out so I can get the name of the business.
What's $300? Just the business plan?
The business plan and the pitch deck. I'll show you what the pitch deck looks like. So this is the business plan. It needs to be something like this that has all of these key factors that talks about how you're going to build your business, right? And understanding what your market is about. The reason why you need to have this is because when you apply for funding, even if you're going for like, let's say certain loans for women, they will ask you for a business plan and they want to make sure that you have it properly planned out. In your business plan, you have key like information about how you're going to do it, how you're going to get clients, what's your funding request, right? You need to have all of that inside of your business plan. How much money could you make and what are you looking at making? And then how much does it cost for you to run your business? You need to have some numbers in there too. My client here, she just need to get started 120,000. And then I break down here exactly where she would use that 120,000. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. So you need something like this. This is just the business plan. Now I'm going to show you the pitch deck that goes with this. Now the pitch deck that goes with this, it is a full, let's say PowerPoint.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's direct information. So you would use this, you would upload this in the business plan to your grant application so that way they can review this information and then they will be able to determine if you are the best candidate for this application. Even some of these applications, right, they are requiring you, like you have to have it in order for you to submit the application. When you download that checklist that I just sent to your email from Grantfully, when you download it, the first 2 things on there is to have a business plan and a pitch deck. Okay. Yeah. So this is literally step 1. Once you have these things, even if you don't have like your what is it, your LLC and all of that good stuff, you still have the ability to apply for grants.
See, we have that. We have this is what we were talking about as a collective, is maybe we all work together to send one person and then we we try to, take whatever we get awarded and help each other.
Yeah.
Because now we all have LLCs. We all have. So what Tiffany and I, that's my best friend, the one that she wants. Part of what she wants to do is partner with someone like you and offer. Um, Part of her business is be the person to send people to you for the grants. As like an affiliate or
An
something like
affiliate.
that.
And I offer that. I do. I offer that. So
So that's what
yeah.
I felt like her niche was. We were
Yeah.
talking about that.
Okay.
So right now we got together over the weekend, all of us, and we've made plans. So
Oh,
now
okay.
somebody was saying, okay, what does the website to get a grant need to look like?
Yeah.
So those are the things that we're getting ready to get someone to do the website.
Okay.
Whatever is on that checklist, whatever we need, we're getting ready to set that up.
Okay.
So that we can be attractive to go get it. And
Yes.
so
I love that.
yeah, so we Go High Level is amazing. So
Yep.
we are gonna get a person to do our website
Okay.
and all of that. And but I'm glad you called because we needed to know what needs to go on the website,
Yeah.
or if there was an example page we could look at. Because we're ready to at least get Tiffany going. She has the bank account, she has the Dunn's number, she has
Okay.
her interest in.
Okay.
They're kind of there to go.
Okay.
We don't have a sam.gov yet.
Well, those things can come, right? And it's free to sign up for sam.gov. So you
Right.
can even do
We're
that.
doing that
Yeah.
too.
But I'm so happy that you guys are doing this and you're having like actual meetings together. That's what I built Grantfully for, right? To have a funding community. I've been doing grants for so long that I'm even down, like I'm creating an app and a website for it so you can track everything in the dashboard. So tomorrow, I would love for you, if you don't mind, I'm having a free webinar tomorrow. It's going to be at 12 o'clock noon Eastern time.
Okay.
I want you to not send Grantfully out to the ladies, and then also send them forward the link to them. And I want you all to join. And I would love to answer that question: what do you need to have on a website so you don't have to spend so much money? I have a person you can do your website through really quick, and I have Go High Level too. I've been having Go High Level for years, so I love Go High Level. It's so easy for me to understand. But once you get your quote with that person who's doing your website, then I would love for us to talk more, because the people that built my website, they don't live here in the United States. I don't even live here in the U.S. I live in Africa.
Well, that's who I got.
Okay,
I
good.
was like, I was gonna get somebody like that. I just need to tell them what I need to check.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And also, did you build your app with Famous AI?
No, I don't have AI. So I have an actual development team. So it's about so it's about like 5, almost 6 people that's like working on everything. So and
Famous AI built me one in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, so yeah, it's the thing about AI. The thing about AI building, like what I am building, right? AI can't build it because it's too detailed. It needs too much on the front end and the back end. It's a lot. Think about it like Grantfully, just to give you like a little bit about what it is. It's not an app until, like, the app won't be available until next year, but the website itself, for you to be able to go on there and also web browse, right, is going to be available December 10th. So it's already in motion. And so what it is it's a grant search engine. You'll go in there, put in the information about what your business is, and it will bring up a whole list of grants. And I'm actually going to go over this in the webinar tomorrow to show you what it looks like. And what you'll do is you'll just click on a grant. You have your own dashboard. You can keep track of all these grants that you are interested in. And it's that one click, right? You can click on a grant, you can add it to your cart and pay $30 to submit the application, to have my Grantfully team submit an application.
Oh, okay.
And it's very affordable. It's the most affordable grant writing service ever. It's something that you can't create with AI because it takes.
So how much is it? $30 or is it more per?
It's $30 per grant application.
30. Okay, yeah. Cool.
Yeah. So, and I created this. Actually did this. So just to tell you a little bit about my traction, I did like an example, right, to see how many people would pay $30 to submit a grant application. Because on average, yeah, on average, you know what I mean? On average, people like grant writers charge about $500 to $1,000 per grant application, right? So I want to appeal to everybody's pockets, everybody. If on average a lunch that you buy is $40,
Yeah.
then you understand $30 you can spare that. And potentially win tens of thousands of dollars just off of submitting
Right.
$30. You have a dashboard. You can track everything. You can speak directly, chat directly with your own grant writer, just in case you have any questions. You upload your information there, so everything's in your dashboard. Kind of think of it like Hello Skip, but on a different level, right? And it's tomorrow. I'll show you what it looks like. So show everybody in the class tomorrow what it
Yeah.
looks like, so that way you all can get excited. But the sorry, I'm tell my mom. Hold on.
That's
So
okay.
sorry, but gratefully, it's not just that, right? I'm going for investment capital, so I've been pitching and doing all this kind of stuff for millions of dollars, and I've been able to be successful in that too. One of the questions that they asked me, and it's something that I also want you to have this discussion too with the ladies, is like, how are you going to keep your clients in house, right? How are you going to keep those people coming back for more and feeling like they really do need your product and service? So people can just pay $30 and submit a grant application and never come back to the website, right? But
Hmm.
what is making Grantfully so different and so needed, right, is the funding community, right? The grant community. So I'll send you, like, once you're in my email list, right? So I'll be sending you stuff through the email, like you can join us in our funding community on LinkedIn. But that's excuse me, that's where I'm like sharing a lot of gems, and we do these
Hmm.
weekly webinars. So it while I know that y'all are together, and y'all are having your own like meetings and stuff, which I love so much. Well, now it's like you can have that with hundreds of people and share your business, not ideas, but share your business information, like network with each other and get some clients
Hmm.
out of the funding community too. And everybody
Right,
helps
right.
each other, right?
Mm.
And we join together every week on these calls, and I'm just teaching you stuff. And it's not just me, but it's also my friends that I've met that are multimillionaires all across the world. And they'll be sharing their experiences from different industries and how to build and
Okay.
how to really get funding and what it's really like. And these people also invest in companies and they give out grants too. So a lot of the
Good.
times it will be like, we'll have like direct help for us to be able to fund our company. So it's not just submitting grant applications with hoping that we're going to win, but it's also being a part of a community that can most likely give you that money, for free that you might need right now and that support you need. So I think that you and the ladies, I know, and yeah, you can let them know, yeah, I do affiliation. So tomorrow we can talk about that too, but
Hmm.
yeah. So first step, business plan, pitch deck. First step, right?
Okay.
I write grants, right? So you can hire me to write grants for you. I do write grants, and this is outside of Grantfully because Grantfully is not up yet. I do write grants, and it's a monthly subscription. So I can send all of that to you in an email. But I would rather
Yeah.
you all kind of focus more on the first step, right? What's on the checklist,
Hmm.
what you need to have. And when you come to the webinar tomorrow, I'll break it down a little bit more for you.
Now,
Mhm.
should we be minority certified?
You don't have to.
Okay.
You don't have to. Mm-mm.
That's what I was wondering. Like, just because we don't want to spend money somewhere we don't necessarily have to right away.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Um,
Yeah, I've been able to win like grants for Black women and grants for Black men without them having it. And I used to
yeah.
think that too at the beginning phases. Like, oh, you got to have this. You have to have like this and the SAM.gov and all that stuff. And then I was started winning grants, a lot more grants actually, without having those things and having the DUNS number. So, on that checklist, you're gonna see I don't say you need a DUNS number. I don't
Yeah.
say you need it like that list is
What you need.
yeah, like direct is you don't have to overthink it. These people they want to give you the money. They just need direct information. What do you do? Why are you doing it? You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
how are you going to use the money? Right? So
Okay.
yeah. Hmm.
Now I'm kind of concerned about me. Listen, only because the business that I want to do, everybody does credit repair, right?
I used to
So
do it.
I don't, right? I don't want to do per se credit repair, but more like financial consulting, which I will be doing credit. I will be reviewing the credit, but I'm the person that's going to take it all the way to court. I'm the person that's
Okay.
going to take it pro se.
Oh, this is perfect. I have a really great
Yeah.
friend. She's very well known. Her and I, we met at InvestFest, which is really cool. And we were also a
We'll be
part of,
coming to investment.
yeah. And we met in Him 500's group, right? I don't know if you know about Him 500. So this was back when Him 500, he was fat, big Him 500, right? And he this was like, so this is years ago. And I started off as a credit consulting company. That's what I did, right? And then I decided
Most
to
people do.
yeah, and then I transitioned into grants because I saw how like effective grants is, right? And how life-changing it is. And it was for me because I went through business debt and I had to pull myself out of a hole. So, and grants helped me do that. So with credit consulting, right, or financial consulting, you can definitely do it. And everybody needs credit help. That's one business
Yeah.
that will never go out of business. The cool thing about what helped me scale and my friend Sierra, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to bring her on one of these weeks to talk more about credit and how to build a business like that. A financial consulting business. Now, what she does is, like you're saying, direct consumer like suing. So she knows about all of those laws. Another friend of mine is Durain Delafante. So a lot of people know him as that, like the Haitian guy that um, he's always suing like credit companies and things like that. So and they're winning and they're getting these checks for their clients. It's really important that you do have the go high level. I'm happy that you're doing that. So that way you can be able to keep people in your ecosystem and remind them. One thing that I noticed is that I did monthly credit repair, so you would pay every month, and people would like forget. They would forget to check in on their credit, and while you're paying
Yeah.
monthly, but you'll forget. And it's really simple. It's easy. It's easy to forget. Financial consulting is really cool. I think what you can also do so you won't put so much pressure on yourself is hiring an accountant or partnering with an accountant. So,
I'm looking for that. Or looking for one, VA, the virtuals.
yeah.
Um, that's what I was looking at because honestly, I've sat with everybody and
Hmm.
I've structured everybody's businesses.
Yeah.
So that's what we were doing
Yeah.
is getting everything together.
Okay.
So like my thing is gonna be the credit analysis. Those NACE codes can keep you from getting funds. Like in the
Oh yeah. I just did just general consulting.
That's what I had. I
Yeah.
had general consulting. So when I was like, okay, well, if they look at my business plan or whatever,
Mhm.
I want it to be more financial literacy,
Right.
getting people ready,
Hmm.
because I eventually want to have courses and things like that.
Right. And
But
that's
I
I'm sorry.
definitely want to sue. And
Yeah.
then after I'm done, give me is going to be the grant person, the
Hmm.
funding, go get the funds,
Hmm.
and things like that.
Okay.
And then the other girlfriend, her name is Mary. She wanted to have an auto dealership,
Okay.
but also the niche of being a broker for box trucks, food trucks, all those things.
Okay.
Because you don't see that dealership on side the road. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
you don't.
So she's gonna have she's gonna be virtual in that way. The affiliate, basically,
Right.
the broker in between.
Oh,
And
I
then
love this.
Tristan, who's a guy, he's gonna be doing more of the. A lot of people want to get into construction and things like that. So
Mhm.
the general contractor that we would send
Oh,
those
yes.
people to, yeah.
Yeah.
So he wants the GC. We'll get him in. You know, he'll be anybody wants the building, the funding. After I get him, Tiffany get him. He
This
get
is
him.
literally this is perfect. And I'm so happy that we met and we're having this conversation because all of you all is my target client, right? And I feel like I can offer a lot to all of your clients and what you guys are doing together, right? So I'm really happy we had this conversation. Um, and you guys have so much great things going on, right? When I did credit, that's what I did. I focused more on, so I was able to get a $25,000 grant through TD Bank. And what I told them was I was a financial literacy consultant. So I created a business plan that literally said, okay, I have these ebooks, which I actually did. I created these ebooks and stuff. I have these videos and things like that, and I sell them on Etsy. So this is what I did. I
Yes.
yeah, I direction, right? Because I what I did was I said, okay, I will I'll like do like a free credit consultation or and like submit a credit report for you if you buy my ebook. So I got like over 100 people to buy this ebook. It's $30 each. And when I did that, I put in my business plan that, hey, this is why it's needed. People want to know, right? I've gotten over 100 people. People want to know about how to repair their credit and things like that. And then, I have my YouTube channel. I've had my YouTube channel all this time for years. So I have my YouTube channel. I had like 10,000 followers and all kind of stuff. So I've been able to build myself, and people really like this information I'm putting out there. What TD Bank was doing is they wanted to get more people signing up from urban communities. So they wanted, especially women, and I'm from Miami, so they wanted like, black and brown people to sign up more. And so, but they noticed that when people sign up, they don't keep their account open or all kind of stuff. And it's just simply because they don't know how to operate that. So what I did was I told them I had this thing. It was online, and I created. It's called the winter. It was called the Winter Wealth Retreat, right, or seminar, and we
Right.
did it online. It was 3 days, and they gave me $25,000 to do this. And what I did was I went out. I used that. I didn't use the whole 25K to do it, but I used a piece of it, a percentage of it, to go out and to market and to get a lot of people to come in to these webinars. And I spoke so highly that even the branding was TD Bank. And yeah, and I was just like, hey, like,
Citibank, you went
oh no.
okay, yes.
Okay. Oh, looks like okay, it's messing up. Oh, so I'm gonna you got the text for everything. I guess we'll be back in the chat and we'll talk soon. Yeah, because this internet is
Let me
in and
see.
out. Yeah. But you can text me anytime, any questions that you might have. I don't mind answering.